Good evening, lads and ladyboys. Allow me first to apologize for this disruption. I do, like many of you, relish the comfort of a daily wank, the simplicity of its ecstasy, the satisfaction of the release. I like a good nut as much as any fellow. But in the spirit of jest, pseudo-self-improvement, and more than a dash of antisemitism, many of you have decided to undergo a strange challenge. I would like very much to have a chat about this so-called movement, where abstinence from that most certain of solitary pleasures is seen as some act of rebellion against modernity. Indeed, there are those who would prefer we not discuss this. I presume even now, fingers are furiously typing on spooge-coated keyboards with goon buddies with raised eyebrows shaking their heads. Why? Because while the proverbial cold shower may be suggested as a healthier alternative, the camaraderie of synchronized opposition, pardon the pun, maintains its charm. Banter offers the means to camaraderie, and for those who will chuckle along, the articulation of humorous truths. But one of those truths is, there's something incredibly unincredible about this challenge, isn't there? Frustration and temptation, impatience and impotence, and the odd sense of competition. And where once you had the freedom to indulge, to think and touch your penis as you fancied, you now have memes challenging your willpower and soliciting your self-restraint. How did we get here? Well, certainly there are those who are bigger koomas than others, and they're fairly easy to recognize, but if you're looking for the ultimate example of self-masturbatory indulgence this November, you need only glance at a mirror. I understand why you joined in. I know you were curious. Who wouldn't be? Boredom, stress, the endless scroll, no pussy, no work, hatred of God's chosen pornographers. There were a multitude of reasons which conspired to tickle your fancy and test your resolve. Curiosity got the best of you, and in a moment of levity, you turned to the now esteemed challenge of No Nut November. It promised you self-improvement. It promised you a giggle, and all it asked in return was your silent, blue-balled commitment. Last night, I decided to break that silence. Last night, I ejaculated in public off the Old Bailey to remind everyone of the fun you can have without paying a cent. Many moons ago, a great citizen sought to embed the 5th of November forever in our memory. His hope was to remind us that self-control, honor, and principles are more than words. They are lame and boring. So, if you've seen nothing, if the anti-Semitic undertones of this challenge remain unknown to you, then I would suggest you let the month of November pass without a worry or care. But if you see what I see, if you're as hard as I am right now, then I ask you to join me 1 year from now outside the Houses of Parliament, and together we shall offer an all-nut November that shall never be forgot.